All right, time now for Case or No Case. Joining me, Cairo from GWC Injury Attorneys. And today we got 3 cases that we're going to dive into. And Miss Felicia and Amy have to determine if they're a case or a no case. And Lou, we're talking about one guy in particular, Frank, who's gotten himself in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, we're going to call him Forgetful Frankie.
Forgetful Frank.
Forgetful Frankie. So Frank is all excited he's going to get a new car, right? He's got a fully insured car that he's been driving for a couple of years, loves the car, but it's time to get that new sports car, whatever kind of car he wanted. He goes to the dealership, he gets the car. Frank forgets to call the insurance company and get insurance on the new car. So he's driving. A couple weeks later, Frank has a bad accident. And a couple weeks later, gets a letter in the mail from a law firm, maybe from GWC Law, Chicago's largest injury law firm.
Maybe.
Could be, right? And Frank immediately goes, oh my God, I forgot to call the insurance company. So he calls the insurance company on the car that he had traded in like 2 weeks ago before the accident. And says, hey, can you guys insure my car? I forgot to call you guys. And they're like, hey, sorry.
Yeah.
You don't have insurance on the new car, Frankie. You forgot to call us. You're SOL. So the question is, does Frankie have a case against his insurance company on the car that he traded in when he never called to tell him I bought a new vehicle? Or does he have no case?
Oh, we got a split decision here.
He has a case because you have 30 days before it switches over, insurance switches over.
Are you kidding? Boom! Wait, was this a case of Forgetful Felicia that we're pulling from her past?
Because Felicia gets those new cars.
Absolutely.
30 days, huh?
You have 30 days. If you trade in your vehicle, or like if you go and rent a car on vacation, you're automatically covered on your car insurance that you have on your vehicle at home.
Yeah. So my question is,
very good job.
How long do I have to procrasticate before I need to call the insurance company?
Yes.
You have
30 days.
30 days.
Amen.
Exactly.
All right, this is not the end of Frank's troubles, though.
Frankie's having a little bit of a run here. So Frankie, now his car's in the repair shop.
Okay.
So he's on a bus. He's on a CTA or a PACE bus, and he's driving to work one day, and the bus driver runs a red light, and Frankie has an accident.
Oh.
Okay. Now Frankie needs a lot of medical treatment.
So the bus ran the red light.
The bus was at fault. The bus driver, nobody else to sue.
You haven't heard the details yet, Felicia.
So Frankie, he gets a lot of medical treatment. His friends tell him, hey, you better go see a lawyer right away because there are things called statutes of limitation. You got to file by a certain time frame. So a year and a half later, he's got a lot of treatment, surgeries. He finally gets to see a lawyer. He just keeps forgetting. Goes to see a lawyer about a year and a half later, and he goes to his real estate lawyer, who says, hey, don't worry about it. Illinois has a 2-year statute of limitation for car accidents and things like that. You're golden. They file the lawsuit. Insurance company just wants to dismiss the case. They say, no, you blew the statute of limitations. We're the CTA. You can't sue us in 2 years. Case or no case.
Okay, I don't know if this is right, but any opportunity to sue the city of Chicago, I'm doing it.
Oh my gosh, Felicia.
But I just, because he didn't go to a doctor right away after the accident.
He went to the doctor right away, immediately, but he treated for like a year and a half.
Oh, okay.
And he didn't go to the lawyer. He finally went to like his real estate lawyer, not a specialist. He went to his real estate lawyer a year and a half later who filed a lawsuit. The question is, can you sue the CTA or PACE in a year and a half after an accident, or is there a more limited statute of limitations, Felicia, for the CTA and PACE?
The answer is, are you telling me to turn
let's tell her together.
Yeah.
It's limited. You got a 1-year statute against the CTA.
Okay.
So that's really important for your viewers to know this.
So no case.
No case.
Okay.
The typical statute of limitation is 2 years for an accident.
Okay, that's good to know.
But if you sue the CTA or PACE, you got to sue them in 1 year.
Yeah.
So Forgetful Frank, no case.
Okay, but he gets a bike now because he's been riding the bus. So
he's afraid to go on the bus.
Yeah.
He doesn't have his car, so he's riding his divvy bike, right? Stops for a coffee or something somewhere, and he forgets to put his lock on the divvy bike. I mean, the guy just has a memory problem.
We should change Frank's name.
He comes out, and the bike is gone.
Yeah.
Now Divvy is racking up charges every day because the bike hasn't been returned. And he gets sued by Divvy saying, you owe us all these charges. And he goes, hey, I rented it for a 1-hour period. Some third-party criminal stole the bike. That's not my responsibility. The question is, does Divvy have a case against Frank or no case?
Divvy have a case.
Yeah. No case,
Yeah,
because they got GPS trackers on those bikes. It's up to them to find it.
Ooh.
Wrong.
Oh,
come on. They stole Divvy's bike. Divvy's entitled to it. Frankie screwed up. He forgot to put the lock on it. Somebody else stole the bike. He's responsible to Divvy to make good on the rental charges, up to probably the maximum of the value of the bike. If it's a $1,000 bike.
Got it. Oh, okay.
Of course, not going to whack him for $10,000 because it took him forever to find the bike.
Frank needs to start walking a little bit more.
No, he needs to have a job at home.
Yeah, he needs to
don't leave the house.
Don't leave the house, Frank. Hey, Lou, thank you for stopping by. Great case or no case. And for more information, just head to GWClaw.com. Always learning something on Case or No Case.
Yeah, you are.